To be honest, I was extremely excited for Resident Evil 4 Remake on the Steam Deck because I'm someone who travels a lot. In fact, if you know me just a little bit, I got viral on Reddit because I uploaded an image of me as Michael Jackson performing in a show, and I was like in the dressing rooms with the Steam Deck, and that was hilarious. A lot of people were like, whoa, what the hell is this? So yeah, I travel a lot because my job is to actually be a tribute artist of Michael Jackson. I travel a lot pretty much throughout the year. So for me, this thing is already by itself a huge deal. I play a lot of games here, and Resident Evil 4 was not going to be an exception. So obviously right now I'm playing it on my main PC. In fact, some of these images you see, this is from my main PC with the RTX 3080 Ti, and it works wonders. It's phenomenal. But I want to talk about how it runs on the Steam Deck because this weekend I have to travel, so I wanted to put it to the test. All the images obviously captured by me. I have the game already on Steam unlocked, and you can see that the game runs at really good stable 30 FPS. The performance is really good, and it barely has like any stutters at all. It has very few slowdowns, although you have to expect some of these occur in really heavy action scenes. But it is true that if you keep the settings to low in the graphics settings, it should be fine. In fact, you can see my graphics settings. I have the preset down to low, and honestly, the game still looks good. I am one of those guys who obsesses a lot around the fact that if I can make the graphics look better, I'll do so. However, I want to have a really good battery life, and I also want to have a good performance. And good performance also means stability without stuttering and things like this. And of course, good frame pacing. And of course, before I keep on talking about the game on the Steam Deck, I want you to click the like button and subscribe if you love the Steam Deck and Resident Evil. So of course, when playing Resident Evil 4, you really want to make sure that the frame pacing is good because this game is extremely hard, and if you get a lot of stuttering or things like this, you will notice in your gameplay and you will play really bad. So the best thing I can recommend you guys is to actually play the game at 30 FPS cap. I know that people on the PlayStation 4 or in consoles and everywhere, they play the game at 60 FPS, but to be completely honest, this being a handheld machine and also being a totally new game with really good graphics, 30 FPS is still good. Now, you can technically cap the frame rate to 40 and the game will eventually run okay, but you will expect more slowdowns if you cap it at 40. And of course, also battery life will be less. So battery life, how is it? Is it good enough? Is it really nice? Well, actually battery life seems to be promising because in my Steam Deck it shows that it's gonna last for 2 hours 30 minutes approximately, or even 3 hours depending on the scene of the game you're at. So it's okay. I mean, obviously most of the times I'm playing with the Steam Deck, I'm next to a wall with a plug, and so for me it's not a big deal that the battery life is not that long, but it's long enough for some short sessions here and there. Are there any crashes, any bugs, any problems, glitches? I haven't noticed a single thing. The game runs absolutely phenomenal. I think this is going to be one of those verified games for the Steam Deck because right now, since I have the game early access, it shows with the question mark pretty much because it's not a tested game by the community, but I am very sure that it will be verified because once you have the graphics on low and once you cap the frame rate to 30 or even 40, although I prefer 30, the game will run absolutely phenomenal. Also, I'm running the game at TDP limit 8. You can drag it up if you want, but I want to save that extra battery life. At 8 watts, it works really good. Again, you will have some occasional slowdowns, but I think it's fine, and it's a good balance between performance and battery life. And so if I have to talk more about the game, it's gonna be more about the game itself because on the Steam Deck it just runs great. And the game, ladies and gentlemen, it is really good. I am loving this game so much. So this is really a reimagination of the original game. The original game was already pretty good, but this game has a really good balance between survival and horror. So don't expect it to be too much action. Of course, expect to have a lot of action in this game, just like in the original, but it kind of feels like they took care of these sections where the game is supposed to be more scary at some points, and actually the game is more scary. It's even like darker in a way, and I love that. The gameplay is smooth. Leon moves slow, but at the same time really realistic. The way you aim with your gun, sometimes there's like this little delay between your aiming and your shooting, because your character has to like kind of get ready for that, so it's not like an instant thing, right? So it kind of feels really heavy and natural. I love the way it feels, and also the knife gameplay is absolutely phenomenal. The fact that they added the knife gameplay into this game is really good, because in the original game you had a knife. However, in this remake, your knife has more uses. The parry is insane. Also the stealth kills, that's really cool. And also in general, it's just an improved gameplay of the knife, so it just feels good. About puzzles, there's like new puzzles, which is really good, and some of these puzzles are really straightforward, really intuitive, really easy to get, but still it kind of feels good and refreshing to be in an area that you already know from the original game, but seeing some things different and some puzzles that were not present in the original game, and that's absolutely really cool. Voices also about the enemies, if you guys already know, sure, you know, the enemies have actual Spanish voices, not Mexican voices, which me, as a Spanish guy, that is something phenomenal. Soundtrack is great. Gameplay elements are great. The atmosphere is great. Cutscenes, oh my god, the cutscenes are so good. It just feels so improved in so many ways. But other than that, I think this game kind of grabs the best things out of the original game and improved them on this new game, and even added some little new details here and there. So that for me, it's just a big win in every aspect. Like, there is this shooting gallery that the merchant has where you shoot different things and different targets, and if you have high scores, you have like these tokens, and with these tokens you can claim rewards, and these rewards are actually improvements for your suitcase. And if you improve your suitcase, you have like certain perks, like more chances of getting handgun ammo, for example, or more chances of getting a critical hit with melee attacks and things like this. So it's really good because it has even more content than the original. And also there's DLC that's coming for the game, which will be adding more stuff and more features, which is absolutely cool. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think, and if you're interested in getting Resident Evil 4 Remake on the Steam Deck, I'm telling you, it is really good. As long as you play it at 30 FPS or even 40, I would recommend you to play at 30. Please, it's way better, more stable, better frame pacing and all that stuff. So boom, there you go. Click the like button and subscribe if you like the Steam Deck and video games, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya, guys. Bye bye.